Thank you for joining me today on Good News with Twanda Black, where we're discovering some of the most inspiring trials to triumph stories and empowerment moments. Call up a friend and let them know it's time for some good news. Hello and welcome to Good News with Twanda Black. I'm your host, where we talk with folks from all walks of life about their good news. And ultimately, if your brothers and sisters are doing well with good news, so are you. We're always happy when other folks are doing well. All right, enjoy this next guest. Joining us today, Yashica Marshall. She is a candidate for District 4 in Cobb County for the commissioner's seat in District 4 of Cobb County. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm very excited.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So look, tell our audience a little bit about yourself. You look like you're 16, so
let's multiply that by several digits. I am an attorney. I actually am the associate general counsel and privacy officer for the State Department of Public Health. I am a Cobbian for over a decade. I had lived in Smyrna for several years and then moved. We found what we hope to be our forever home here in Mapleton in 2018. I don't have any kids, but I have what I call my nephew son, who I raised. Brother went over to Iraq, and I have several multi-crews now. I had two, now I have three, who probably are trying to get in this this broadcast tonight.
Your fur babies, yes.
Yes, fur babies, who I love to death. And my husband is also an attorney as well. So that is pretty much the gist of Yashica as far as her professional career is concerned. But I'm a poet, a cook, an auntie, a sister. What did they used to say? I'm every woman.
So look, talk about what some of the issues are in Cobb County. For those of us that don't live in that county, we have no clue. They probably match up and are identical to some of the issues that we have in our own counties.
Yeah, I'm sure just across the land, you know that there has been issues with affordable housing, infrastructure issues, property taxes going up, rent exceeding people's income, mortgages going up. So I don't think anything is new under the sun here in Cobb that's anywhere else. But I do think that with the right type of leadership, those things can be better controlled and worked on in order to ensure that our people, our community are taken care of.
Amen to that. So being in politics, is it something that you always wanted to do, or is it that thing where, you know, if there's something that's getting on your nerves, then you jump in and fix it, right?
Well, I pray every day about whether it's something that I want to do. It has been really a tough road, just given how I've gotten here, Cobb County, and I don't know how many people are aware of just kind of the history. Cobb County had some issues with their district lines and had instituted what was later found as unconstitutional maps. So this particular election cycle has been going on for about a year now.
Wow.
There was a primary last May, and the judge came and threw it out, revoked that primary because the lines were inappropriate, and decided that there was going to be a special election. So that's where we are today. So it's been a long road. I would say I do jump in and try to fix things. My background has been in hospital administration and compliance. I've always been kind of a server of people. I like to get things done and done correctly in the front end, so we have less risk to mitigate on the back end. And so with this, like just how like the dynamic and the landscape is changing a lot. There's so much growth. I would love to get in and ensure that our path forward is one that the community wants, and that it reflects community's vision.
That's awesome. So talk about, I saw on your website, why I'm running. Tell us why you're running.
So historically, I think elected officials get in a seat and they become like this patriarch. They have a patriarchal viewpoint where it's now no longer the community's voice that is being expressed. It's more so what they want independently. And so and that is no different here in Cobb County. I think a lot of people complain about not being heard, and the community just the changes are just not reflecting community wants or needs or desires, to be quite honest with you. Mm-hmm. And so I am really running for the people. I'm running to give them a voice back. I wouldn't consider it my seat. I would consider it our seat. One of the things that's complained about a lot here in Cobb County is how there's a lot of consultants being hired in order to do the jobs that the commissioners should be doing themselves or their staff. And I personally want the community to be my consultant. I want the community to direct me as to what they feel is best for them. I don't even ask people to vote for me, to be quite honest. I ask them to lend me their vote. That way, you can take it back if I'm not doing a good job.
True.
That's where I stand.
Are there any really particular issues besides the one you're talking about that are really near and dear to your heart?
Well, one of the big things that I've, experienced and so many other is just like really a rise and increase in our property taxes that impacts our mortgage and impacts rent. Because it's a roll down for property owners to give the cost to their renters when property taxes go up. A lot of people don't know that your mortgage is based off of 4 different factors. It's the principal, it's the interest, it's your insurance, your homeowner's insurance, and it's your property taxes. And the principal and the interest are things that you can't control. They're pretty static. But the other 2 things are not. And the county not only directly impacts your property taxes, they also get 2.5% of your homeowner's insurance. So they're getting money from multiple streams in order to do the same types of services. So a lot of times they don't need to increase our taxes in order to provide for services, even though that's something that is touted all the time. Rolling back your millage rate is not a rollback of services. It's just saying that the budget that was created the year before is the budget that they're going to utilize in order to ensure that they provide the services that your tax dollars are paying for. And so that's something that is dear to me, because in 2018, my mortgage was $1,800. Today, my mortgage is $2,500. So that is a huge jump. Fortunately, like I said, I'm an attorney. My husband's an attorney. So it is not as big as an issue for us, but I could not imagine someone who, has a more of a limited income, which is one of the reasons even me, if I am elected, I'm deciding to pledge back my salary from being an elected official. This is just how passionate I am about it, to help, put forth programs and things within my community that hasn't occurred in a way that I think should happen.
So what area is District 4 in?
So District 4 encompasses Mableton, Austell, Powder Springs, a little bit of unincorporated Marietta and unincorporated Smyrna. So it's kind of like the south side of Cobb County. And over the years, even prior to this administration, it's always been considered kind of the redheaded stepchild, to be quite honest.
Wow.
And we make up now, because Mableton became a city within South Cobb, we have the largest majority area in Cobb in its entirety. And so with that, sometimes it just seems that we are kind of overlooked in ways that we shouldn't, be overlooked. I really want people to feel like when they come to South Cobb, it's no different than being in North Cobb or East Cobb or West Cobb. It's one Cobb, and that's why I say Cobb unity. Like, we live in Cobb County. We just reside in different areas.
I kind of skated over it, but I want to say this again. She's donating her salary to programs that she believes in.
Yeah.
How about that? Who does that? Okay. Who does that? So tell us, why would you be the best candidate for District 4, for Commissioner of District 4 in Cobb County?
So for some people who don't know, the commissioner is the individual that helps govern unincorporated areas of the county. It's the same. It would be equivalent to what your council member would be if you live in a city. So they focus on budgeting, providing services for those unincorporated areas, taxes, police, fire, all of the different services that you need. And I think that I would well represent individuals because, like I said, I'm here to be the community voice, to listen and help ensure that we are directing our community forward in a way that reflects community desires. Cobb County is a huge mainly suburban area, and lots of people move to Cobb County because that's what they want, that's what they like. That's why I moved to Cobb County. I've lived in several cities, huge cities. I lived in Miami and DC, and even in the city of Atlanta. Decided to move to Cobb County because I want a suburban lifestyle. And so I want to continue pushing towards keeping Cobb County and suburban, but understanding that we are going to grow and that we need to ensure that we are prepared for that growth, but maintaining the character of Cobb. And because that's my mindset, and I think that's a lot of people's mindset, I think that I will best represent what it is that they're asking for.
So tell everybody how they can learn more about you, your social media, all of that good stuff.
So I invite everyone to go to my website, which is www.yashicamarshall4cobb, and that's the number 4cobb.com. And Yashica is spelled, you see it on the screen. It may be a little difficult for some people. And you can also follow me on Facebook on Yashica Marshall. Just look me up and my picture will pop right up on the screen. So those are the two platforms that I invite people to go find out more about me, what it is that I stand for, and what it is that I hope to possibly do for our community.
All right. We're looking forward to it. All the best in this campaign. Now, is this a runoff? You said it was a special election. How is it happening?
So right now is the primary.
Oh, primary.
So,
okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And so for people who might have don't understand that the primary is when you decide which candidate you want to actually represent your party on the general ticket. So right now we have two Democratic persons running, myself and the incumbent, and then we have two Republicans. So I'm only running against the incumbent on this election, and then whoever you guys decide you want to push forward, that's who goes up against the big fight against one of the Republicans. So
that'll be in November, correct?
No, it actually will be in April the 29th.
Whoa.
Yes. So this special election is very different.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So Godspeed to you. All the best. And everybody, this is Yashica Marshall. She is a candidate for Commissioner for District 4 in Cobb County. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Twanda. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us for Good News with Twanda Black. It's available worldwide on all major streaming platforms. If you'd like to be a guest, just reach out to us at goodnews@thepgnetwork.org. I'm Twanda Black, and I'll see you next time with Good News.